By the way, everyone, please go ahead and log on.
It's 2.4, I think. That's when they added the level 30 mount.
It was 2.43, like the very last patch.
Oh, quick question about that. No, bags. Am I allowed to give myself bags?
Tell you what, we'll talk more about it after next.
Yeah,
everyone, please go ahead and log in. Get the last Hellstones. We'll get people swapped over.
I'll swap over to my warrior once the head buff goes out.
Oh, is it going to be 1210?
What?
Someone mentioned. Okay. It's possible that the head buff might go out at 1210.
It's dropping. I
110 too? Not 1210?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Should we stay on our locks for the people who are getting the head buff?
Yes, please.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's something that you're seriously interested in, I don't know, it's just, TBC is really just a completely different category, and I don't know if there's a suitable thing. If anything, I think I'll probably just do like a separate contest post-TBC.
I'd be down for that.
Who has 2 out of 2?
Someone.
You're probably gonna make a shaman too, right, here?
Oh yeah. I'm absolutely going to make a hunter and a pally.
A hunty.
Yeah, I need to have a Draenei hunty in case we need to swap them in for the aura.
Jesus Christ.
There's the head buff.
Draenei Aura is strong. I race changed for it back in Wrath.
You might have a problem with leveling the same types of characters there, Tier.
I like hunties, even though I'm bad at them.
Huh.
Did you
Can
say
you not
that
get Turtle Buddy to tank low at that for?
would you say you're the worst hunty?
Yeah.
The worst one on the server?
Yeah, that's what my my role in Discord says.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did that.
I didn't even know you did that. That's funny.
Again, it sucks because that person was so close to just being really, really funny.
I still want to know who it was.
Yeah, I have no idea. You say that, Dunk, but right now, probably one of the fastest classic times I've seen was actually 100 hours, unaided from a shaman.
Shaman's crazy fast.
Yeah, Shaman's did pretty good.
Off at like 30-40.
Well, so this was unaided, so no parting ever, no buffs from anyone, no auction house, no mail from anyone, so completely on your own. They still managed to do it in 100 hours.
I believe that the elemental control kit is ridiculous post 40. It's actually not bad around 35.
What's most broken in Warsong Gulch?
Wasn't that 100 hours also the hardcore version too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was more a speedrun that happened to be he didn't die, rather than just an explicit hardcore. But yeah, it's...
Impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy impressive.
You see that warlock that got to level 60 and never put on a piece of gear except for maybe a wand? I don't know.
What?
He got to 60 naked. I can't remember if he used a wand or not, but he was definitely like he had no gear on. Don't know how long it took him, but it was pretty nuts.
Okay, everyone go ahead and log in. Do we need... So, Grahand is here. Yeah, let's go ahead and zone in. Go ahead and start the pre-pots now, folks.
Did the people
Or
in
just
the...
swap or hang out here for a bit.
I would say wait until it looks like no one else is grabbing Hellstones, then switch over.
Did the people who are handing out Hellstones already get summoned on their mains before the actual Warlocks zone in?
Yep.
What about you, Tippy?
Wrong copy paste.
Chippy's gonna need a summons. I hope there's still some warlocks here.
Yeah.
There's one more lot. I'm still here.
Let me get on Tippy, get rid of
Okay.
Ultra, and then I'll get a summon and see if I can get a.
Okay, yeah, we have enough people out here to summon you.
I need Anna to make it.
Heavenly Bone Lord.
That's what they called me back in college.
I can't.
As a reminder, definitely go ahead and start pre-potting. You should be pre-potting both Shadow and Frost. Okay, so Oasis have been having problems lately. So again, to kind of note some of the big takeaways from last week. Number one, it's super important to make sure that everybody's topped up before the air phase. A, we don't want people to get one shot by the ice bolt. B, we don't want people to eat the splash. So again, you should know where you're heading after 2 bolts, and if it's really far away, start heading early. But otherwise, if you know and it's close, go ahead and just hang out. Make sure you dip behind the ice block after the 5th bolt to avoid splash. DPS should be popping frost pots on every odd phase. You should be popping hellstones or tubers on even phase. Healers, keep in mind that it is a super priority to top yourself up on odd phases, because DPS will probably be fine for the most part. On even phases, you might need to top them up a little bit more, but again, definitely make sure that you don't let yourself get one shot by ice block.
I'm sorry, Tyr. I forgot to take myself out of the raid again.
Oh, let me... Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As another reminder, as noted in... I'll go ahead and just repost it in the general chat. It's very important that you keep your healer locations in mind. It is your job to be by your healer, not the other way around. A healer will never move to try and find you. So make sure that you see what group you're in and what icon it corresponds to. If you get me from post just like a tank list. So those are the groups and the symbols. So for example, group 1 skull, group 2 X, group 3 triangle, group 4 square, 5 moon, 6 diamond, 7 circle, and 8 star. Kia, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Could you please elaborate a bit more? Oh, okay.
The square's just cut off.
Okay, well, again, the important thing is basically take a look at your group and make sure that you know who your group's healer is, and make sure that you don't stray too far from your healer. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I wasn't up here when you signed groups. I'll see the thing in Nax quick notes.
So, you're in group 4, and Elise is your healer. Oh yeah. Time to use nifty chill juice.
Alright. There, I changed it in Kali Power.
Yeah, I was wondering why am I giving rogues wisdom? I was about to do that myself.
Good question, High Five. I would say it's probably better to be a little bit closer to the tank, but ideally you can heal yourself if needed. The healing on the tank shouldn't be that bad. One thing that I do want to make super clear for the new folks, Saffron actually has a chain cleave, so never ever be by Cathana when Saf is on the ground. It's okay if you're close in the air phase, but as they're coming down, what's possible is that if you're within like 10-ish yards, you can bounce a cleave off into the raid, and we actually had that happen and kill a bunch of people. Yes, please equip your frost resist gear if you have not done so already.
Yeah.
Everyone should have dual potted Shadow Res and Frost Res. I'm just going to go ahead and take a quick look down the list to make sure that's the case. Again, there are... So the thing that I used to check has buff limits, so if I call you out as possible that it's there, it's just blocked due to other consumes. Okay, I'm seeing a few... It seems like the last ones are going up now, so we're going to go ahead and wait like another minute or so. Does anyone have any other questions, comments, concerns? Once again, so High Five being I think the only new healer, again, the main thing that I would recommend keeping in mind is that probably the biggest pitfall that most healers run into is not being topped up in the air phase and getting one shot by the Ice Fold. So definitely make sure that no matter what, you're always topped up.
Okay, got it.
Okay, beyond that, I'm gonna go and throw out a ready check. Looks like we should be good to go.
What a sapper.
Yep, that's correct, lad. Okay, everyone's ready. Yeah, let's go and do it. Here we go.
Deviant pull or just run in?
Just run in, since it's got the RP.
Watch your anger at the start.
Yep, good call. / range 10 if you want to make sure that you're not by people for the air phase.
Alright, good.
Stickers. Get out of Blizzard.
You're doing wisdom.
So Kai should be on Wisdom, Latias on Light, is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. Get ready to decurse. Decurse. Melee, watch out for the Blizzard. Cathana might be moving slightly. Be prepared to reposition. Alright, air phase, DPS, go ahead and prop your frost pods. Once again, make sure that you're spread out. Should be within 10 yards. Or more than 10 yards. One is on Cathana. Do not take the Cathana Ice Bolt if you can, please. 2, far side, let's go ahead and start running. We need to head over, we might have to take the Cathana block. There's 4. Everyone should be moving. Battle rush for the people that died. Let's get Donkles and Elisander up as a priority. Make sure that you do not run by Cathana as you get over to the other side. You don't want to need to chain cleave. Decurse. Decurse. Get out of Blizzard. Can we get a battle rush for Elisander? Elisander is currently at about 3 o'clock.
You want me to cross over?
If you want to snag him on the next air phase.
Kinzel's heading over.
Thank you. Decurse. Thank you for the B-res. Let's try and get spot buffs on the folks that died. It should be Donkles and Elisander. Watch out for the blizzard. Decurse. Oh, no, sorry, not yet. Once again, for the next phase, DVI should be popping Hellstones, if you need it. Okay, air phase. Looks like the raid's really topped off. Great job, healers. Just keep it up. Melee, please try and avoid being by ranged. Okay, there's 2 blocks. You should know where you're heading to. If we can get a battle res for either Elisander or Latias.
Why has it right in front of you?
Martina is also down, so that means that Kithra, Twymoon, Janelo, and Cathana will need extra raid heals. Decurse.
Half a second out. I was behind it. I can't believe I died.
Decurse. Get out of Blizzard melee. Melee, be careful. There's a lot of blizzards. There's air phase. There's 1. There's 2. DK should be popping crossbones. 3. 4. 5. So again, make sure that you don't run behind tombs early. People are grouping up a little bit too much. But also don't be so far that you can't make it. We're in good shape, just gotta keep it up. Blizzard, be careful melee. Decurse. Very nice decurses.
You want wreck here or save for K2?
Go ahead and burn it here. So I guess we forgot to do Master Loot. Everyone please pass on everything.
I was about to mention that.
Yes. My apologies again, Kid, Nab. Alright, I guess there's no splinters, but yeah, everyone please pass.
What? Didn't get a shield?
It was foretold.
Our preparations continue as planned, Master. It is good that you serve me so faithfully. Soon all will serve as a
Does it still do damage?
and in the end, you
Probably.
have been rewarded.
I ran into it. It's
So
fine.
long as you do not halt.
Okay, so my apologies for that. First and foremost, we're probably going to go ahead and wait for Rec.
What is this?
Figure it's better to just really go and have just one good thing. So again, if you don't care about any of the loot, actually we'll do loot real fast. I don't want people to miss out on SK slots. But yeah, great job. That was really clean execution. First up, Shroud of Dominion. Again, if you win, please come up and trade with Tyrwin. I'm off to the left. Okay, it appears to be popular amongst the brown sword men and women, so it'll take just a sec. So if you want to bid on an item, whisper Tyrwin any word. I do not recommend using the word bid, as it'll auto-reply. But yeah, just whatever you want, just whisper Tyrwin. Yeah, that's a question. So I think she's on the list because she tagged in from one of the previous chosen lockout weeks. So I would recommend don't raid log quite yet, otherwise it won't move you correctly on the SK list. So it should just be a few minutes. So far, I think it's Twiddlebits is the highest that I can see at 28. I'm just double checking. Congrats, Twiddle. Already, Eye of the Dead. Looks like it's pretty popular amongst the healers.
You mean the health bishops?
Okay, closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. That looks like Elise at 17. Congrats.
Congrats.
Okay, next up, Might of the Scourge. Already closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. I'm just double checking. Had a few people interested. It's going to go to Severn at 38. Congrats. By the way, if you win an item, please come up and trade with Tyrwin over here on the left. Let's see, Sev. Let's get you that shoulder enchant. There you go. Once again, I request that folks. Well, I would greatly prefer it if you used your enchants for current gear as opposed to just banking it for later. Lastly, Power of the Scourge. Okay, closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. Congrats, Janela, at 45. Okay, so how long is it going to be for, like, rec cooldown minus 6 minutes?
20 minutes.
Okay, so DBM break 20. Again, you can raid log if you want, but I will warn you that Hellstones will disappear. I think it's after 15 minutes of being logged out? 5 minutes of logged out?
15.
Okay, so do be careful and log in at least once. But yeah, if you want to raid log until then, that's totally fine.
Right on.
Mostly just want to preserve my...
Yep, that's totally fine, Shinso. Yeah, like, if you have Songflower, by all means.
So, what's the reason that you don't want
Renee.
people to go to my
Said.
ice block if I get ice blocked?
20-minute break.
Yeah, I just don't want really awkward positioning
Okay.
coming out of it.
Is it 5 or 10 minutes for conjured items to disappear?
It's 15.
15.
So I'll do a reminder at 10 minutes till, so if you log in then, it'll refresh your conjured items.
I have a positioning question on that fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, so prayer healing is 12-yard range. And in the ground phase, there's no AoE we need to worry about, right?
Wait, you said Prayer of Healing is 12-yard range?
Renee said,
I don't think that's
I
right.
died, I am so
I
sad
thought it
I
was
was a
40 yard.
millisecond short of the safe
That
spot.
gets 30, but it increases to 40 if you do it. If you talent
Okay,
it.
we got confused. I think our healer was saying something was 12 yards. Maybe they were using Holy,
Holy Nova.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, didn't realize they were using that.
Yeah, Holy Nova is very small.
But in that first phase, I mean, in ground phases generally, like, it's not critical that we be all that spread out, right? We can be clustered on healers.
Well, so the main reason that you want people to be spread out is that the tighter clumped you are, the more likely blizzards are to affect multiple people at the same time. If everyone is like spread out to max distance but still within range of healers, a ranged blizzard will only affect max one person.
Got it.
Does the blizzard like slowly move?
Yeah. I believe it fixates.
If it's anywhere near you, you should back the hell away.
It doesn't move, but the next one does spawn near it sometimes.
I thought they started
everyone's
moving
gotta
in.
move. I watch them in the ranged area. It sure seems like they drift.
Yes, definitely felt like it was following me.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, it's a sentient blizzard.
I thought they only started moving in Wrath.
No, I mean, like, I can see it here where it's like there will be a melee blizzard, and so like the melee will scoot to the side and then the blizzard will continue to chase them, and then the melee continue to scoot and then accidentally run into the tail.
Monkas.
I swear it feels like Rain of Fire does that in whatever Widow what's her name's fight.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Faralinas where all the Ring of Fires goes on the range and I can just
Yeah.
sit there. Fun stuff.
I had one, I think it was last week or the week before, I swear it hit me like 5 times.
Yeah, it's obnoxious on melee.
So, I know the reason why I died there.
What was that?
I got too complacent hearing Terror call out, that's the 5th block, run to your spots.
Yeah, I made a mistake as well. I went a little bit too early heading over to a block and I got clipped and had like 6k health. That's when I had to pop shield wall.
Yeah, it's all good. It's like one of those things where there are varying degrees of cleanness of execution. And so like one individual mistake will not kill the raid, but it's just like how many of those micro mistakes can kind of compile into larger failures of deaths and the critical failure of a raid wipe.
I know that I missed getting behind the block by about 2 seconds, but I felt like if I ran earlier, I was risking getting a block chaining into other people.
So the thing is that is preferable. Like, it's preferable to chain an ice bolt than to not make it at all. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're a healer, because you'll keep up more people than you would if you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say one thing about the ice blocks for airplanes? It's not just the individual running to the ice blocks, it's also the whole raid that's near it that should move a little bit away so everybody else can come in as well.
Yeah, that's an excellent advice.
How much does the splash hit for?
A lot. Like 3k, I want to say?
It's accurate, probably.
I'll check the logs later, because I definitely got hit by a splash.
Wow, it says it's like 2600.
Okay. I imagine it's reduced by Frost Resist.
Wow, you're bidding on Dark Moon card Blue Dragon, Latius?
No. I was talking about the, that's not the best healer trinket, the one that I just dropped from Saf. Though I did have a couple. Speaking of Dark and Fair trinkets, I did have a couple of clutch moments in the original classic with the Twisted Nether one. The PvP. I royally pissed off a shaman with it. He comes up, kills me. I'm a holy paladin, so I just resurrect, holy shock, melee swing him. I did that about 4 times before he died. So I had a 4 in a row proc on that thing.
Nice. Yeah. Any chance you can fuck with a horde shaman, you always take it. They deserve no sympathy. Horde druids as well.
I don't know if I can agree with that one. A lot of the times they're Torns and Torns are pros.
You picked the wrong one.
Nah.
But what about
always
priests? They dispel 2 world buffs in 1 GCD.
Yeah, I don't care about priests because I would be one of those priests. So
Okay.
Who dispels? I just mind control them off a cliff. That dispels everything.
it's pretty good as well.
If you can get a 3-second channel off in PvP, you deserve to kill someone.
Nah. So, do you mean open world PvP or like battlegrounds?
Anywhere with a cliff like that, where they just ignore you for 3 seconds, it's like, okay, fair.
I mean, so a lot of times what would happen, especially if you're a warrior, you'd see a priest start to mind control and they'd have power word shield on, and you just cannot get rage to interrupt them. Even if you blood rage, like they'll just do it again, and you cannot ever damage them and get rage. It is so annoying.
Because if you charge them or intercept them, and then they break once they're out of the stun, don't they just fear you?
Use your fear forehead.
You can't kill priests though. Like it's impossible to kill a priest.
I mean,
Doesn't
it's
work.
unfavorable, but yeah, it's possible.
You have to get really good crits, especially with your arms.
It used to just not be bad. Jeez.
Oh,
Fuck off.
Sounds like you need engineering.
Dude, I am
Just
so...
Death Wish, bro.
You don't have Death Wish because your arms.
2-hand Fury, man.
That's so bad for PvP. Yeah, I am... Priests? So the worst things to fight in PvP were priests, especially shadow priests. Shamans, Ellie shamans that were so tanky and would chain lightning you and kill you. And fucking tank druids that never died.
I got a question.
Frost makers.
Is that blue dragon Darkman Fair card still a really good trinket for shaman in level 70?
It's really good for everyone.
Yeah, it's good for the MP5 users. I still think it's the best trinket for spirit healers.
If it's based on percentages, any trinket is good for TBC.
But doesn't that one get changed a bit? Because there's new Darkman Fair cards, right?
Yeah, but
When you card, that one doesn't get changed.
yeah, that one is just a flat percentage, and it's still just really, really good.
What's the timer, by the way?
It
We're
had
at
just
10
ticked
minutes.
over to 10 minutes, so everyone please go ahead and log in to refresh your conjured items.
Man, it's good for 200 odd dust.
If you want to be efficient, you can also pot now. You want a frost pot for sure. Mana users, I'd also probably recommend the nature protection pot as well.
Tyrion, can you give a 2-minute warning, just so I have time to pot to them?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have everyone log in at 2 minutes still.
Is there any reason to have a shadow pot up for KT? Does he do any of that?
So it's mildly helpful, so there's Shadow Fisher that'll just one-shot you anyway, but the thing is that people will get MC'd, and the MC people will do shadow damage. But like, Frost and Nature are the main things, and the things that he will cast. for the Shadow Bolt or the Frostbolt volley and the detonate mana?
I have a ton of regular nature. I have a ton of regular shadow pots, but I always try to pop. It helps.
How do you?
Thank you.
Even arcane if you have it.
Yep, getting the Ace of Beasts is particularly problematic.
It'll be easier to farm when we're level 70, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes and no, because you need multiple people in order to open the door for Upper Black Box Fire to channel, get the fire boss to fight you.
You only need 4 people.
Yeah, but you can't solo it, is what I'm saying. Like, it still requires a group.
Sure, but I think you just said easier to farm. You'll need fewer people in Burning Crusade than...
Yeah, well, I said yes and no.
Yeah, fewer people means also a higher percentage chance that you can actually get the drop.
Is that one what it is? The Blue Dragon? Or is it a different one?
Yep.
That's super good. It's like a free proc-based innervate on occasion with no internal cooldown.
I was so mad back when that phase happened because I joined a group with like the requirement that only healers roll on that, and a mage won it.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong trinket, but doesn't Blue Dragon it's just spirit-based region?
Yes.
Right? So it would be terrible for paladins and shamans, wouldn't it?
Yes and no. Early paladins, yes. Next geared paladins, it is horrible. For everything before that, it is not so bad.
So that is a great question, High Five. What I would recommend is having efficient frost resist. Kel'Thuzad is going to spam an AoE Frostbolt volley all throughout the fight. So being like around 120-ish is probably a good target. If you have like a high, your head and pants, but I also know that it's a little bit different, like for healers, especially like if you're trying to keep specific set bonuses. So I would recommend talking to Kia about what frost resist they would recommend you have. No, let's actually take a quick look at the logs. Let's see what Claire's uptime was on it last week. So. It procced twice.
What was the duration?
27 seconds.
Of the fight, not the proc.
5 minutes, 6 seconds.
That is not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess, but for MP5 users, it's not the greatest trinket. If you have a combination of Spirit and MP5.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a priest, you definitely want to get that.
Are Shamans going to be MP5 or Spirit based? I don't remember.
MP5.
So it's not going to be as useful for
PvC. I think it would be a decent trinket as a starting one, but I don't know if it's like 1300 good. But like for priests and druids, it'll last you through all Burning Crusade content, so it's probably worth it.
Especially with druids, because they get clear casting then, because they can actually it doesn't start proccing off future spells now.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
What?
Chillin' logged in.
Yeah. Getting ready for Burning Crusade.
I'm the level 23 priest. I was like, who is that priest?
Baby priest. Well, I'm glad you did, Claire, and hopefully you're enjoying it. It was absolutely my favorite trinket when I was raiding as a priest in Burning Crusade.
Yeah, it's a nice trinket.
You were raiding as a priest? What?
Yeah.
As a disc priest?
Yeah. Well, no, I was fully.
It's crazy. Have you even healed in Classic? Like, on your druid at all?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I also healed Horde side.
Oh.
Good.
On what?
On a priest.
What? oh, right.
The
you
priest
have a
that she
level-
uses to mind
Right, you have a
control.
level 60 priest. I forgot about that.
I remember when I went, and pretty much, I never healed because no one was doing any dispels, no one was doing any reses, and so it was just basically doing the cleaning out the stables the entire raid. I'm like, this is not a super fun experience.
The dispel bot.
What? Didn't you enjoy your drinks getting one shot on Broodlord?
Did that happen?
Yeah, so that was when no demo shout, no screech, wreck on Broodlord.
I'm guessing the tank was also like dual wield fury.
Yes.
Hey,
sorry, 3-minute mark on break time, just in case someone wants.
I wonder what would have happened if they'd had a backfire on a Noma Shrink Ray to give him 200 more attack power.
Oops. I love Broodlord. Except when it goes wrong.
It's funny. It's like, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying you could say that about a lot of bosses.
It's like a lot of bosses have two modes: when it's done cleanly and when it's not, and they're dramatically different fights.
I mean, Broodlord clean is also RNG, because like, there was a Broodlord during, I want to say it was like our speedrun Parse Week, where I literally just dodged every single or every single knockback and had aggro the entire time. I remember Angbor whispering me, and he was like, I thought I was a hacker.
Everyone go ahead and log in.
2 minutes.
We're going to start getting boof sound and whatnot.
Do you think it'd be worth farming up another one for Shaman? The Dark Moon card?
For a Shaman? No. Think of Shamans like Paladins. We are strictly a spam casting class that just uses MP5. Spear does play a small part, but not a huge one if I remember. Because most of our regen is from Water Shield, and a lot of things do AoE ticks and take off our Water Shield.
Does Water Shield exist in TVC?
Yes, it was introduced at 62, I think. And I think some parts of your tier gear consume a tick of Water Shield every time you did something.
Okay, this pun is too good to not share. Well, it's visual, so I'm putting it in the Discord.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, break is over. Let's go ahead and start getting buffs out for everyone. A few things to note. Number one, mind control is 20 seconds, so I would recommend, for example, mages, please downrank sheep so that it only lasts 20 seconds. Again, priority is to just get them CC'd, so like AoE fears from priests or warriors are good, single target fears from locks are good. Again, we'll try and get them sheeped as well. Interrupts are going to be really, really, really important. If for some reason Katana needs to reposition the boss, Tippy and Ard, do me a favor and still just stick to the boss like glue just to make sure you can get those kicks off. But the rest of the warriors should be backing out. Let's actually go ahead and do group groupings real fast. I guess if we could have the melee and Katana come over here, please. We're gonna still stay in defensive, so that way you guys can have those fat tank bursts. Okay, so if we could please get Katana here, okay. Trying to think of what is the most easy way to do this. Let's go ahead and get group 4 over here. Ken, I am going to switch you over so that the tanks are in groups 4 and 6. So group 4 should be over here on the left. So that should be Katana when not tanking, Criddle, Tippy, and Erland.
Good dinner.
So please come over here to start. Looking for Criddle. Oh, sorry, you're here. Okay, and then Katana would be over there when not tanking. Group 5 will be in the back, so that's going to be... Oh, let me actually get Ard in the backstep group as well. So Ken, once again, you're doing the truffle shuffle. That'll be Ard, Grahan, Severin, and Copacetic. Yes, please. Efficient frost resist, so like maybe a piece or two, I would target around 120. So that's going to be Ard, Grahan, Severin, and Copa. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then over on the right, it's Phonia, Parth, Spork when not tanking, and Kempachi. Yes, please. So, Ren, you're just going to be hanging out in the back as a backup tank. Twiddle, you're kind of in an awkward spot where the melee groups are full, so I would say you're kind of pseudo off-tanking, but you're mostly just there as a flex. If you see one of the melee die, you'll go in and tag it for him. Does that make sense for the melee? It sounds like healers are good to go on how you want to handle healing up tombs. Okay, awesome. As a friendly reminder, I would highly recommend mana users pre-pot nature potions if you can. The detonate mana is going to be nature damage. Everyone should be pre-potting frost, and you should basically be using frost pots on cooldown. Any other questions?
If all the warriors are in defensive stance, interrupts are going to be kind of bad because it takes a global cooldown to swap to the shield. So we probably should have some warriors in Zerker.
Okay.
You can macro your palmer so it doesn't consume a GCD to stand stats.
Oh, I guess that works, yeah. I hope all the warriors are doing that.
Can you paste that macro or put it in Discord? I haven't bothered to do it.
If you'd like a nature pod, come up and trade with Terwin. I'll give them out.
Kind of something I thought about doing a while back, but never got around to.
Thank you.
I just read mine in Discord.
If any hunters don't have a weapon item, I have extra lesser mana oils, so you can throw a mana regen charge on your melee. Just let me know, this all tasks.
Any other healers that would like nature protection potions?
Yes, I'll take one.
Okay, just please come up and trade with the start. Oh, sorry. Please reopen trade.
How much? Oh, no.
That's fine, you can just take it. Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns? Just as a reminder, in the first phase, hunters are going to be on skellies, the mages and warlocks are going to be on the ads and the cubby. It's really important to make sure that you hit the banshees you only hit things that are currently targeting someone else. There's going to be cubbies full of mobs. If you hit the wrong mob that's not aggroed, you're going to aggro the entire cubby. So definitely it's worth taking an extra second or two to make sure that you have the right target. Oh, yep, good call. Dismissing pets for now. We'll bring them back in for the 40%. Again, mages, you're more than welcome to kind of take it easy. Yeah, let's go ahead and move up. Do not go further than the star, please.
I'm gonna rebuff all my buffs here.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Talk, if you could, do me a favor, just call out Banshees.
Yep.
Yeah, Shadows and Elements on Kel'Thuzad, please. Okay, final ready check. Yeah.
Oh, Fort on Latias is expiring in a minute.
Sorry, please repeat.
Fortitude on Latias is expiring in 1 minute.
No. Anyone else missing any buffs?
Senecor could maybe use Sal.
Right now, Druids are getting Might, Kings, and Wisdom. We should probably be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and ready check. If it comes up all green, I will do a rolling start, and then we'll go ahead and head in. Okay, everyone follow the tier win. Okay, gonna start running.
Yeah. Taking off under 30.
Let's do it.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of hell.
Friendly reminder, hunters, please do not multi-shot and accidentally pull extra stuff.
Blood pack, nice.
I don't have a target.
First day bomb.
I need a target. I need to target something first.
A lot of hunters today. This is good.
Angie up by all the mages, warlocks. Another Banshee up.
I need a target.
Talks targeting a Banshee.
Skelly behind the Avon, be careful.
It's too far away.
Let's go.
2 minutes left.
I'm out of range. I need to target something first. I need a target.
Hans, make sure you're helping us with the Banshees. That's all you should be attacking.
It's too far away.
Got Skelly's close, very, very, very close. Back away, back away, back away.
I don't have a target. I need to get
Another Banshee, we're slipping behind a little. After this, there's a Banshee immediately to the left.
Got 2 Skellies. Be very careful. Nice notch.
So Skelly, right? Okay.
The end is upon you.
If I'm moving into position.
Okay, first up, mop up the Skellies. Then after this starts spreading out. Okay, let's get on the range. One's fixating on Takla, another is fixating on Twilight Moon, another is fixating on High Five. Make sure that the Banshees do not get to you. Okay, let's try and spread out a bit more. We still have a Far Soul Weaver.
Got that around. Hard you next.
Your soul is
Mind control.
bound to
Stop
me.
DPS.
CC Phonia, please.
Any reses?
Yeah, let's get a Parth and Grahand.
Resin part.
People are breaking CCs. You really, really need to make sure that you're not doing that.
Twiddle bits, you need to be over here, not next to the tank.
Yeah, Twiddle, you should not be DPSing at all. You should just be hanging out away from the raid.
Ken and Erland, you're a little too far to the left.
Let's get a rest for Grahand when we can, please. Let's also get spot buffs for the people that died.
Grab hands up.
Frost Tomb on Martina. Let's get heals on Martina. Very nicely done. Very cool. Hans, you're detonating. Make sure that you're away from everyone. Again, you should be spaced out 10 yards at all times, so you don't have to move on a
There
detonation.
will be no escape.
Mind control.
CC.
They're all.
Against CCs when we can. Frost 2 and Martina again. Very nice. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Once again, the goal is to get to 40% with most of your resources. So mages, if you're just wanding and sheeping, that's just fine. Make sure that you have a full tank of gas.
And Wisdom is on the boss at the moment.
Okay, as a reminder, DPS, you should be popping frost pots on cooldown. Okay. Nice kick. Frost Tombs on Hans and Twymoon.
Your soul.
Please adjust your positioning. You should not be close enough. Let's get CCs. CCs.
It's incredible.
It's back on Spork.
Lot of
Big
melee.
Frost Tombs, big heals. All healers shift over to Frost Tombs. Let's keep up the melee. Excellent healing. Nice job, healers. That was amazing.
Rain.
Resisted.
Gets back on Spork. That position is fine. Melee, just go ahead and stick there. Once again, Tier 1 will be marking the 3 things that should be shackled. Do not shackle unmarked guardians. Once you see Kalthazad emote, everyone please go all out.
What's your threat, guys?
Cradle, move a little to your right.
Melee's super clumped up at the moment.
Master, I require.
Yeah, you guys are gonna chain tombs. Please get to your max range. Melee, please take the
He
target.
did the emote, by the way.
Okay, go, go, go. Hard burn, hard burn. Everyone should be going all out.
Fight, kill, and die for your master. Let none survive.
Okay, this is shackle target number 1. Shackle target number 2. Shackle target number 3. Let's drag him away from the bombs.
There will be no
Mind control.
Let's get CCs.
Morlan's down.
Need a backup, so that's you, Ren. Let's get a battle res on Morlana if we have it.
I'm on the other side.
I think I got it.
Please head over and get him up. Let's get Morlana up as soon as we can. If we have a spare battle res after, let's get Morley up ASAP.
I gotta run. You can go to the other side.
Rohan, watch your threat.
Melee, check your positioning.
Yeah, we're very close to getting multiple people doomed. We're just going to keep him where he is, don't reposition. West Tombs, let's get big heals on the melee, big heals on the melee.
Tippy, move a little to your right.
Big heals on Kathana. Let's get a kick.
Chinzo, are you good?
I'm fine.
Alright, nicely done.
Ooh, good loot.
Oh wow. First off, Hungry and Cold.
We did it 2 weeks in a row.
It's really clean.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Okay, first, or closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. That's going to go to number 2 on the list. Oh, yep. Artist sitting just for King's Fall, so congrats to number 2 on the list, Copa.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's big.
Okay, next up, Phylactery.
Kalthazad suicide now.
Yep.
Closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. That's looking like a talk at 19. That's Parth at 7. Congrats, Parth.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, Hunty Ring. Closing rolls in 3, 2, 1. Congrats, Morley.
Congrats, Morley.
Wasn't that 90 for you, Morley?
Yeah, that's 9 out of 9.
Nice.
Congrats.
Now you just need a slave maker.
Ring of Faith. The top priest on the list wants it. Congrats, Janelor.
Congrats, Jan.
Congrats.
Give us a fucking portal to Kara.
Already have.
Way down.
You did.
Shield of Condemnation. And by the way, so after this, stick around, I'll go ahead and do the SK list adjustments. And then, as promised, big news after our next Kel'Thuzad kill, which is today. But again, I do want to stress, I'm super proud and impressed with how everyone did today. Today was like a great raid. Today it was a pleasure raiding with all of you, and again, thank you very much for coming in. I know that yesterday was a little tough, but we bounced back, and I think we had a great job today.
Yeah, the fact that these are both one shots, especially considering how like bad the RNG was on Saffron. Like we had the nightmare scenario where it's all the wrong side, and most people survived.
Not to mention the hell of a heals we had on those tombs.
Yeah, no, that one melee group, that was phenomenal. Like, I am so impressed.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, I'm dead.
Congrats, Kithra at 63.
Congrats.
Okay, so just a quick sec as I do some bookkeeping, and then I will transition over to the important stuff.
Okay, guys,
talking
I'm going
about
to stop
Burning
the
Crusade,
stream.
which I'm sure
'cause
people are
you
very
really don't need
eager
to
and interested in.
go into bookkeeping and guild meeting stuff when I'm not even in this guild. So I'm going to cut the stream out and take care.
It's a great new Blizzard expansion. You're going to love it.
Thanks for watching.
Didn't you hear about
If
the
you like the
rumors?
stream, consider leaving a tip. I had to upgrade my internet to make sure I got this out good.
Coast to
And,
coast.
Even more weapons
that's up
to
you,
collect.
There'll be Mario there too.
But if
great.
you like the stream,
Do
come
you
back.
like a bunch
Come
of
back and watch
crystals
some more.
all over your armor? Well, good news.
Thank you for watching and take care.
Yeah, it's definitely the crystal expansion.
Give me the Kara portal, please.
Don't worry, I'm putting it in the middle of these two other portals.
It's like you're a mage now. Oh
Huh.
god.
Portal roulette.
Is there a cooldown on that?
Victory.
For Terraport?
Yeah.
It's a minute cooldown.
Yeah, it's just like mage portals.
Just so you can't have more than one up at once.
Let's go, let's raid Kara right now, boys.
Okay, let me hop on retail.
Yeah,
Well,
just
let me in the
summon us
door.
over to retail, and we'll raid Kara.
Alrighty, so now there is a massive post that is going to take a lot of people to digest, but there's no TBC initial information. I'm going to go ahead and give the TLDR of it. Basically, so we're going to be forming things like a little bit tighter for Burning Crusade. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how things went in Classic, but it was clear that once we hit Nax, it was very difficult to keep a stable roster. It added a lot of stress on my part. We had a lot of people that kind of had difficulty making consistent attendance, even though like for most of the raid it was fine. I would say like there was like a core 30-ish that were great, but there was just like this constant flux, and it was really hard, and it kind of felt like we were spinning our wheels. So gonna go in a little bit more of a dedicated raiding environment for Burning Crusade. What this means is that we're probably gonna look to have a 20-person core, where they'll be the folks that'll be going to every raid, and then kind of like 10 or so main raiders that'll kind of be swapped in, and depending on fights and nights, that won't have as strict of attendance requirements, and we'll try and kind of have that as well as still have the bench. Beyond that, I've posted what I'm looking to do. Unfortunately, the class comps that I'm looking to take in Burning Crusade varies greatly from what we have now. In particular, I know that we just can't take a lot of our brown swordsmen. Yeah, shockingly, maybe for Brute, but I think we might struggle on some other fights. But how we want to do it is kind of make sure that the folks that have been with this kind of raid group the longest will have priority. So I would highly recommend if you scroll down to the current roster, it's at the very bottom. Basically, we are going to go in order, and I'm going to talk to everyone that is interested in being part of either the core or the main.
What's on your mind? See you soon.